Folks in the house, just seeing if my timing on my camera is working. I think we're up to date here. I'm not having a flash, so my gang symbols that are flashing you. We are going to have a long video, is what we're doing. Today, I am going to be making, so I do not know if this recipe is out there, so for me, I'm going to call this Attila the Hun Chicken. And so basically, get this started here. I'm going to try to do this. This is going to be a long video, so hopefully I'm going to be able to talk nonsense while things are cooking. So basically, oh, I do have one thing I have to chop up, but we'll get to it. So basically, we are going to make some chicken legs. I thought I were chicken thighs, but I was wrong. And basically, I am going to do this with chicken broth. And basically, I'm just going to start off putting a base in the skillet here of chicken broth. I'm not putting a lot in because I'm going to do kind of do a little browning of the chicken. And so we're going to do that. And I am hoping all this chicken fits in there. I think it should. I'll be doing some layering, I guess. And but yeah, it's just something that I thought I'd do. And basically, I have to wash this out, so give me time on that. But this is going to be a video that's going to last. I'm going to play it through because my camera that I have, the software, does not have like a pause and then you can continue it. It just goes, so we're going to work this and try to do this. So got to clean off my chicken legs here, so give me a moment for that. I hope everybody's having a good day. And this is allowing my broth to heat up here, and I must have something on the stove because I'm smoking. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I gotta do this, pat down my chicken here. Done this first, but I didn't. Yeah, this is going to be a little interesting on this. Okay. I'm curious if I am going to get all this chicken in there. But I thought I'd do this. I am trying to change up the videos a little bit because the movie thing, I can do so much, and it's like you guys probably are like, yeah, I'm not that interested. I want other things, so try to do this. Taking this over to the parents after I'm done, so I've cooked for them in the past, so so far so good. Nobody's been in the hospital from my cooking. Hope everybody's doing all right. Shout out to, I don't know, Jeff, Ashley, Cindy, Dave. Cindy just had a birthday. Mike Loomis, Derek, my brother-in-law, my sister, my nieces, my great niece. It just happened, so if you want to see a video of that, yeah, this is going to be interesting how this is going to work out. Okay. So, like I said, going to try to do small talk while I do this. How I'm doing this first is, like I say, going to do a few minutes turning chicken. I kind of wish they were thighs because then I just had the two sides, but with it being chicken legs, we'll make do. Like I said, I just coated the bottom of the pan with chicken broth for right now. And what we'll be doing is letting this go for a few minutes. Yeah, it's going to work, and lean towards some of that fat's going to come out of there, so it should fit pretty good in a few minutes here. And I am going to get my time here. No, 12:22. So Wash my hands because I handled chicken. Alright. Wisconsin Badgers laid a goose egg yesterday. The replacement quarterback, the dude I mean, when he came in, he threw a couple passes that were like bullets. And so he's got an arm. I don't know if he can control it. See how that worked, but I kind of was surprised on how that was working out. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, my cousin Dickie, hope he's getting better. It sounded like he had a procedure done. My dad's going in for a procedure tomorrow. See how that works out. Give some more details after the findings. What else? Ma just had her birthday, so happy birthday to my ma, and early birthday to my aunt. This October for my family is pretty crazy. My niece, she's in the beginning of the month, and then now my great niece is in October, and I have relatives on my uncle's side, and I think there's one person on my ma's side. I just don't want to throw out names because then it's like, oh, you're wrong or whatever. So, let's see here. So the way it was, I saw a recipe and it was to use butter and olive oil. And the thing is, I had chicken broth, and it's like I got to use it or lose it. And so that's that. Got my flippers here, and while I'm doing that, is what I'm going to be adding is onion, garlic, and hot pepper, and then seasoning wise, salt, pepper, and paprika. So that's where the Attila the Hun Chicken comes from, is the paprika, which Hungary is famous for. Yeah, that is where my dad was born, 1940. Let's see. Gonna add a little bite with that hot pepper. See how that's gonna work, because I was like, you know what, we're gonna try it. So we got garlic, onion, and hot pepper. So I don't know about if you're going to be kissing anyone after doing this recipe. You want to think twice. It'll be all right with, I guess, vampires. So take it easy with that. Oh, I just want to let this chicken go another minute or so before I flip it. Let's see, the world's going crazy. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Turn these chicken legs over. Chicken broth smells good with the chicken. And like I say, I'm doing this real time, and so we're not pausing. Try to, like I say, this is going to be my longest video ever, and hopefully I don't get too long-winded. UWM Basketball, well, women's and men's, that's coming up in a few weeks. Hopefully they do good. I think the UW women, it's a younger team if I remember right. And I think last year they were kind of young, so hopefully they matured a little and post some wins. UW Basketball, they have BJ Freeman that they're going to build off of, and if he stays healthy, I think you got somebody that could be pro material for what he showed last year. So, do have to get a plate here because I have to take my chicken off here for a minute because I have to add my garnishes. Oh, temperature I have is a medium. It isn't a medium. It's between a medium high. This is what I have the stove turned on for, just to let you know. So I hope everybody is doing okay and enjoying the day, or will be enjoying the day. Packers are off, and for me, there's some kind of, I think, too young of players with coaching that I don't think the two are on the same page yet. I know there's learning going on. I do think offensive line isn't as good as they thought. And basically see how that works out. But I'm one that, if there's somebody, even though it's like you have draft picks, if they don't turn out, it's like, oh, they're going to develop. It's like you can't always wait for them to develop. It's called the waiver line. Other teams have players on their practice squad that you can, I don't know how that rule is now. It used to be if you went to their practice squad, they had to make your roster. They couldn't go on your roster practice squad, but you had to put them on the roster. I don't know if that's still true. But there's, enough teams to go look at rosters, and I wouldn't mind seeing them trying to get some players on the for offensive line. Wide receiver, you got some wide receivers that seem to have the talent, but are injury prone maybe, and that's something. It's like it's great that you have talent, but not too keen on injured players. And then on the defensive side of the ball, somebody needs to just fire up. I do think the defensive line has some talent there that could go, but again, got a couple guys that are banged up and injured too. And with the NFL, you have to be healthy. I mean, I'd say you have to have I want to say 90% healthy, but I'll go with today with the NFL. If you're able to stick at about 85% healthy, and it's none of your stars, you have a chance. But if you're banged up with starters, it's hard. I mean, it's just the way it is. The healthier, the better. And hopefully the Packers with the off week get a little healthier. But defensively, that's the strong side of the ball that I feel. And I think there's just some players that just need to realize they need to suck it up and step up and show what they got. Okay, let's see what we got time-wise. I'm kind of rounding these a couple minutes on each side. I'm good on this one, so I'm going to take these off for momentarily. So, check this out here. Just going to plate these for a moment. And if anybody has any comments, go for it. I ain't no master chef or anything. I just like screwing around in the kitchen. This is like one of my bigger recipes that I'm showing. Like I say, it's going to take a while here. It's fitting pretty good. And the way it is, I do have to add some more broth here. Okay. Let's do its thing. I'm not making like a soup. I'm just making a base to use instead of butter and olive oil. I'm using the chicken broth. And, see how this works. Let me put a little more in here because I do want some juice afterwards, after everything's said and done. Get my list of movies, which I'll try to remember some of them. We'll try to wing it. Let's see, otherwise, Israel and Hamas, that's kind of a scary thing. As a Christian, I'm learning that, you're supposed to love everybody, so I guess if you hate me for trying to get along with everybody, I guess it sucks to be me. It's just a crazy world out there, people, and I don't know. I mean, I do that thing where I judge people, and I know I shouldn't be. That ain't up to me. So, I appreciate anybody watching the video. I don't know. I try to do this just to get people to get away from the craziness. I mean, there is so much crazy out there. It's crazy. I guess I'll be one of the different kind of crazies. How's that sound? Okay, people. We are adding onion. Let's see if you get this here. Is chopped up the onion and the garlic earlier. And we are going to add this. Is kind of want to let this go another minute or so before adding it, so it heats up. And I'll probably add some more broth as this is cooking, but my longest video ever, people. I don't know. Oh, there goes some of the hot pepper. It's rolling in there. Okay. There we go. Oh, what are we going to use? What are we going to use? Get this here. Throw this in. I used 1 onion and 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to let this go for a few minutes before I add the chicken back on. And again, I'm going to try to do small talk. Oh, I got coarse sea salt, kosher salt, regular salt. I don't use my kosher salt that much. And now you get a sea salt. I feel like a sea salt kind of guy today. And I am not putting that much salt in because of the broth, but it's up to you on how you want to do it. I'm just putting enough around. And then I'm going to add some black pepper. Okay, and then I have paprika. The Attila the Hun part of it, the hot pepper and the paprika. How's that? As you can see, I'm not measuring, I'm just going off it, so I'm going with a little extra tabs here. Okay. So this is what my contraption looks like so far. I'm going to let that cook for a few minutes and stir this in. And like I said, if I would have a camera of that or a program, then I know there's something out there that you can pause it and then go further into it. But it's like, you know what, let's cook it through. See if I do a good job, bad job. I'm going to let this go for a couple minutes before I add the chicken back in, and then the chicken's going to be probably 15 minutes, and then spin it over for another 10-15 minutes. We already cooked for a couple minutes, so I'm kind of going at 25 to 30 minutes because they're chicken legs. And like I say, I did brown them a little bit. Let that go another minute. Okay, yeah, I feel like another. Season in a little bit with the broth and everything. Get the garlic to soak in, and the onion. Garden, I just have some carrots. Parents had tomatoes, but they just never turned red. They got some nice ones on the garden right now, and it's like, yeah, so. They got some cucumbers and some lettuce. And excuse me, is the onions earlier. Wow, I can feel the pepper and the onion in my nose. Earlier, boy, I had the tears going when I was cutting the onion up. That was hilarious. Like, wow. And I'm getting the whiff of this stuff now through the vapors. It's like, oh, okay. I'm going to get that chicken back in here. Ah. Oh, man. Okay, so we'll go like this. Should work out, hopefully. So... Okay, that's what we got going on. It's going to take some time. So, let's see. What else is going on in the world? Oh, nothing special on buys. If you're looking for some cheap stuff for fall, the Dollar Tree store has some stuff, but by now it's picked over. One of the Dollar Trees had their full Christmas up. I mean, it was all up. I mean, the Halloween was kicked to the curb. Some of the other Dollar Trees didn't have it, but the one, it was like crazy. I was like, wow. I kind of was like a little impressed, but it's like, yeah, you're a little early. Okay, so should put some music on or something. Okay, 39, 36. So in about 14, 13 minutes, I'll flip that. Now I just got to figure out cooking wise. I'm doing the, oh yeah. I'm going to be doing the Bob Evans mashed potatoes with it. And my mom's got some kind of vegetable. I think she's doing a mixed vegetable over by her. So I'll be taking that. If you ever decide Pick and Save or whoever, I'm going to be transporting the chicken in this container, probably 2 containers because of just the size of what I have. So that's that. But yeah, I mean, these are, you know, for storing stuff, pretty decent. Just to be honest, I was hoping I would have kept the, must have kept the, I don't know whose I have here, but it'll work. We'll make it work. And I don't need this, so I'm going to get rid of this. I do need these. So let's get this out of here. Rinse this off. Spoon tray, or I don't know what you call it. I forget what you call that. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now with this. Movie wise, couple of actors that I just recently watched, Lou Diamond Phillips and Sam Elliott. I think there's 2 actors that I think Lou Diamond Phillips, I don't know, just never got to that next. He had a few, but some of that movie, he does all kinds of stuff. He's either the good guy, bad guy. But I watched a couple movies with them. And, oh, you know what I could do is, so if anybody gets into the Godzilla movies, the newer Godzillas, and we're talking after Matthew Broderick's bomb of a Godzilla movie. That was like the worst. I would have preferred the 50s movies over that movie. The newer ones are just crazy. Godzilla, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then Godzilla versus Kong, or Kong versus Godzilla. I don't know which one it is. I watched all three. The special effects, again, when the movie studio that took over and made Godzilla, let's say 2014, the people that owned the rights to the one that made them in the 50s, they were impressed and they said you can make more. They allowed them to, and they did. They've done a great job. Um, if anybody remembers the Godzilla movies in the 50s, just something like bring back a childhood memory kind of thing, and updating it with current technology. I mean, it just mind blowing on what they've done with movies. And I know that in the 2000s, that company remade their movies, updated to 2000, and it took it to a level there. And then these movies that have been remade, just seeing how from the 50s to 2000 to 2020, how those movies have just adapted. And then you had like King Kong from back in the 30s with Fay Ray, and then in 76 or 77, King Kong with Jessica Lange. And then I want to say around 2000, King Kong with Jack Black. And then they made a new King Kong, which I haven't seen that one, with Samuel L. Jackson, I think, if I remember right. But all of it, I mean, it's just seeing the progression of those movies is pretty crazy. And there are so many, and then there's other Rodan. Oh my word, I cannot think of the flying turtle. I always say Gamera, and on the movie it's pronounced a little different, but I always go with Gamera. And then Mothra. I think those have their own movies. I think, but yeah, it's something that just seeing how those movies progressed over the years is pretty interesting and neat. Oh, what else going on? Not much. So, kind of do a little quiet here. Again, I did my little political thing a couple of videos ago, with which I'm fine with. Um, I just feel just don't want to go too deep into that stuff, because so many people do. I mean, I'm gonna just say it. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So it's a quote that you can go by. Right? And there'll be people that probably think that no, that's not true. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have any dad jokes. I do, but I don't remember the ones I've told. Yeah. I should have prepared with some dad jokes at this time. Let's see what we got going on here. This is where we're at. Show this for a few seconds. Soon I'll be turning that, but that's in a few minutes. I guess throw some shout outs. It's like I hope everybody's doing good, and I know I got some relatives. I don't know which relatives do watch. Tommy and I think Tommy watches some of my videos, and I think Linda and Susie, they watch a little bit. Not sure which other relatives are out there. I know my brother-in-law and Amy, my cousin, my cousins, second cousins. I don't have that family tree of my third cousin, fourth cousin. I don't have that, so I'm not an expert at that. Oh, put this back on. Smells good, just to let you know. I got about 5 more minutes before spinning. I do have a movie list. My birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday to me. Oh, let's see here. Okay, there's a guy out there, and I should get the name of him, but there's a guy that looks similar to Charles Bronson, and he is doing some of his movies. And like Death Wish, he's doing Death Kiss. I watched something else with him, and he has a similarity to Charles Bronson. The movies kind of go along the way the Death Wish or the movie he's kind of parody, I guess you want to say. So Death Kiss, it's a cheaper version of Death Wish. Same. So that's that. Let's see, Bone Collector with Denzel Washington. That one's a decent thriller movie if you're looking for that. I'm trying to check these off. Jack Reed, Brian Dennehy as Jack Reed, Death and Vengeance. That's a TV made movie. These I think I saw all, I think on Tubi is where I streamed them. So if you're, Jack Reed was a police detective, so if you're looking for those detective stories, those are there. And then I'll throw in, I just watched it, called Fugitive Nights with Sam Elliott and Terry Garr. A police detective. It kind of seems like it's a made-for-TV movie, but if you want to see a young Sam Elliott, and then Terry Garr seemed like she was one that did comedies. She's a police detective or private investigator. And it's one of those movies back in the 80s, 90s that was made. Like it kind of is similar to Jack Reed, but something I came across. And I thought, seeing Sam Elliott, I could like go for it. So those are my movies. I guess I could go through more. Midway, the war movie, the remake. It's better than the one in the 70s with Henry Fonda and I think Charlton Heston are in that one. The newer Midway is, and I don't know if I put that in my war movie. I'll have to check on that. But yeah, Midway, the newer version, much better than the original, the one in the 70s. So give you a heads up there. Yeah, I think that's about it for my movie talk. I know I could go into more. So if anybody has any comments, if anybody's watching this video at this time, thanks for watching. About 2 more minutes before I spin this. Candle's starting to get a little hot. See if there's anybody else I know there's somebody at Loomis. Oh, Derek. Jeff. I haven't heard from Jeff in a while, so I don't know if anybody knows what's up with him. Go ahead. I also I have a Fuchs in the Kitchen playlist, so if you want to see videos I've done with the kitchen, um, I try to do it for videos that it's like, it's like, hey, it's something quick, here you go kind of scenarios. My hot peppers that I have and a garlic. So, it's like, yeah, what else can I tell you? I'm running out of juice, guys. Oh, I found out Vegas on YouTube, the Rio, basically has become a dump. Caesar's Palace let it go. There's a guy out there that went to it, and just officially, I guess, got bought out by, I forget the group, so they're going to do a remodel. But he went around and showed it, and Caesars let that. It was a wonderful hotel when it first opened. I guess it's going to be like an 18-month project for some of it. But oh my God, this guy, what he showed and what the Rio was. I mean, it was this festive place if you went to it. And oh, I think if you do a YouTube Rio dump, Las Vegas Rio dump, it'll come up. And it's sad. This was owned by Caesars, I guess, for, I don't know how that worked. They owned it for a while. I swear back in the day it was under the Hera, but he made it sound like, I don't know if they got sold and then bought back or what. But yeah, sad to see them let that. They don't have the. They had like a Mardi Gras show that they would put on. They stopped that, and half the casino just. People are still going to it, but almost it's like, why don't you just shut down for maybe a month, get some stuff put together with the clients. It was funny, he was saying that he was playing craps at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and they had to stop because the changeover, Caesars had to cash out their books at a certain time, so they had to shut off the slots that were owned by Caesars. And so now they only have like a couple hundred slots, I guess, that are in play, but because of the books and that, they had to shut down so that Caesars gets their books. And then I guess they did the same thing at the crap table, that they had to shut down for a little bit so they could, officially move Caesar's Palace off the books. So that was kind of interesting. But just to see, I used to go to that when I went to Vegas years ago. I'd go, and it was a fun time. It was a good time. They had this place called Voodoo Lounge that you go up on the patio and you could see, because the Rio was off the strip, so you go up there and you could see the strip from afar, and it was totally cool. And just to let that's not open, it's just sad that you let something go with all the money that's in Caesars owning that place. It's like, why would you let it go? I mean, you're Caesar's Palace or Caesar's Corporation. It's just, for me, bad business, I think. I mean, you got a name there, and it's like, I feel that's a negative to you. You own a business and you're going to let it go even though it's not on the strip. There's something there. But yeah, it sounds like the company that's taken over kind of has a futuristic, like a gaming kind of like Netscape kind of name to it. I apologize on not knowing. But they have an 18-month plan. That's the first phase. And then the second is, but it seems like they have good intentions. All right, we are going to flip the chicken. It's here. It's going pretty good, guys. It is going pretty good. Oh, there's one with hot pepper on it. That'll be spicy. Got a nice good color to it. Okay, back to where it was. So that is what it looks like so far. And give it another, I went a little over, so I think between a 10 and 12 minutes is what I'll be doing here. But we're letting it go. Thanks for hanging on. I know it's, me talking. What else to talk about? And like I said, I'm trying to I'm not putting politics into this today. So, fall colors in my area. I feel like they're a little late. Usually during my birthday, like the middle of Wisconsin's kind of like at peak. It just seems like I don't know, leaves are behind this year to me. And I could, like I say, for when it's around my birthday, it's like I know this part of the state just doesn't, it's still going, but it showed a thing where the upper is at full, and I swear there's years that it's past in upper Wisconsin, so kind of saw that yesterday. They had a chart, and I was like, yeah, I swear it's a little further for colors, fall colors. Oh, front Pat brought over. It's called Crossroads Pizza. I don't know if I've had it before, but it was good. It's closer to him. For me to go run out to get it, it just just the travel time. But ended up having that and decent pizza. I've covered everything I could think of. YouTube videos, I got tons of them, people. If you want to go watch some stuff, I may be cleaning up some of my ones that didn't get my live videos that didn't get many views. I'm gonna maybe do something where I redo them and combine them or something with the movies I talked about. And I stopped doing the live videos because it just the counts just didn't seem to be. And I don't know, YouTube, it seems weird with on how they're, because I've noticed a couple times I've gone on and it's like I got some counts, and then all of a sudden the next day, all of a sudden some of the counts disappeared. Like, whatever, that's on them. They're the ones doing it. So, but I appreciate everybody that watches. Oh, you just see my time here. Next 20. I got about 9 more minutes. So this is what I am cooking, and you can follow along on how I did it. So, where's my? Looking good, people. Looking good. To be honest, I almost think it is at a done stage, but I want to make sure. I want to. But yeah, like I say, I browned it a little bit in the beginning, both sides, with a little broth on the bottom. And then when I took that chicken out, put some more broth in to mix in the onion and garlic and hot pepper, paprika, salt and pepper. So, got to figure out a container for the chicken broth. Ugh. Uh, too small. This will work. I'll get back to some more movies and stuff like that. Movie talk today kind of was some mainstream. I do have obscure movies, but I didn't do any reviews on them. So like Bone Collector, Denzel Washington, the Godzilla movies that are, those are all movies and that people may be aware of. I just, like I say, impressed with how the computer effects they did with Godzilla. Like I say, the company that owns Godzilla, they basically say, yeah, you guys did a great job. You can continue. So it's kind of nice on that. The Godzilla with Matthew Broderick. I mean, if you want to watch a bad movie, go for it. Just the storyline doesn't jive. And if you watch Godzilla, it's just, it's one of those, it's like, I don't even, yeah. I think I have to put that in my bad movies. I don't think it's in my bad movie list. I do have playlists out there with different movies. Try to go with obscure movies with the, like, trying to give movies that people aren't aware of. And Tubi, Vudu. Vudu has a section that's for free movies. They have commercials. Roku channel has its own movie base. Those are the three. And I think there's one. Redbox kind of has a free section. I'm going to check them out really. Freeware is another streaming outlet. It's not as good as it used to. When Tubi and Vudu and Roku in the beginning, they weren't beating the hell out of commercials. Now they're starting to go that route, which is kind of sad. But if you're looking for the cheap, save some money and get a Roku TV and your internet, and basically, as long as you got a strong internet connection for Wi-Fi, there's tons of channels out there that will keep you. You got the YouTube channel that you can watch on television, and there's so much crap on there, it's unreal. I just get a kick out of it. Is I did that one night. I ended up scanning over an hour trying to find a movie that I wanted to. I think I ended up calling it a night because I wasted the damn time. I got my DVD collection, which I'll jump into. So there is that. Like I say, I think over 500 videos now, I think, for YouTube. I don't know if they're all available or how you would search. I mean, Fuchs in the House gets you in the door for most of the stuff, but I think it's more current. I've never done a search on how to get to the playlist by going through like a user. I've always been the host, so there are playlists out there to watch: martial arts, westerns, horror, like over the top action movie, family, animation. I got covered holiday, Christmas. So those are the movies. I think I am about done, people. I could call it right now, but I'm gonna let it go another minute. If anything, I'm just gonna turn that down and wrap this up. Show you what things look like, and thanks for hanging out. I don't know who stayed out on this video. Pretty damn long. All right. Check this out. So what we got, people? Nope, go like that. There we go. Oh, I hope my video earlier I didn't show it like that. So that's the end result, and we're going to be taking this over to the folks. This here. Shut this down. And thanks for watching. And what do we get for? Wow, 50 minutes, people. Have a good one. Bye.